Spy Kids 4 promises action-packed family togetherness and out-of-this-world aromas with the likes of the Aromascope. But is the new spy family flick a welcome refresh to the otherwise silly continuation of this movie's franchise? Find out now on Movieology. On the surface, Marissa Wilson has it all. But in reality, trying to mother Rebecca and Cecil, who clearly don't want her around, is a tough challenge. Unexpectedly, the Wilsons' world is turned upside down when the maniacal villains called the Timekeeper and TikTok threaten to take away all time itself, leading the world into Time Armageddon. Marissa, who retired as a super spy of the OSS to raise her family, is called back into action to save time itself. With Armageddon quickly approaching, the kids are thrust into action when they learn of their boring stepmom's secret agent past. These 10-year-olds are forced to put their bickering aside and rely on their wits. With a little help from the Spy Kid veterans Carmen and Junie Cortez, they just may be able to save the world and become closer as a family in a united cause. Spy Kids All the Time in the World stars Jessica Alba, Ricky Gervais, Rowan Blanchard, and others. It was directed by Robert Rodriguez. Welcome to Movieology, your ticket to engaging the spectacular world of film from the bedrock of biblical truth. I am Joseph Darnell, and these are my lovely children. Before today's review, I want to show you a change we're making on the show. In past episodes, about now is when the spoiler and content advisory warning comes up. This has served its purpose, but I think that we've all got the message after 50 episodes. We'll continue to post this alert within the transcripts and descriptions of each episode. But in its place in the videos, we're getting a new set of film stats that looks like this. We're excited about this change as we think it will serve the viewers better and prepare you for our reviews on the other side of the stats. So here's what it looks like for Spy Kids 4. An adult shouldn't watch this film and expect pure enjoyment as he might from the likes of a family action movie like Pixar's Incredibles. The wacky-taffy exaggerations of day-to-day family life and spy life in Spy Kids 4 are aimed to entertain children under the age of 12. I think most kids will understand the exaggerations as sensational and enjoy the reality distortions better than all other age groups. As an adolescent, I enjoyed the first Spy Kids film along with my younger siblings. Grant you, the wacky world of Floops Fooglies was over the top and highly exaggerated, considering the lifestyles of the OSS spies, which was beyond the suspension of disbelief. But it was still a humorous family film with an admirable spy father and mother, and children that attempted to be their best in everything. Traditional family values like loyalty, initiative, responsibility, and honesty are custom fitted to the spy family in these films. As for Spy Kids 4, the overall conflict with the Timekeeper and TikTok is a positive plot. The bad guy is taking away all the time in the world, and in doing so, the family reconsiders how that they should spend more quality time together. Mom, Dad, and the children are all encouraged to make good on their familial roles with every last moment they live. More than one side character tells members of the family how they regret the way they squandered their time and missed out on the joys of childhood and raising their children. That said, Spy Kids 4 is a great disappointment. In only 10 short years, a lot has changed in general children and family entertainment standards. Children used to be entertained by many things that parents might also enjoy. But since 2001, the entertainment business has made an effort to dumb down children's entertainment, making it less accessible for the adults. If you've seen any of the popular kids' cartoons of the past decade, you should note that there are often worlds unto themselves. Family entertainment nowadays is often riddled with adult innuendo, materialism, feminism, chaos, and just plain bad storytelling. Spy Kids 4 introduces a whole new spy family for a whole new generation of families since the first installment. And while having adult characters with considerable storylines, it is hardly a family film. This is a kids' film with sad childlike caricatures of adults doing dumb and confused things. And we see the same humanist values presented here that you can find in dozens of other kids' films. While moms and dads keep getting themselves in trouble, it's the kids that keep saving the day, somehow coming to better solutions for spies' problems because they think like children. While the bad guys build up insurmountable odds, it's the kids that accidentally, inevitably, thwart the bad guys at most every turn. There's also a noticeable contradiction to this message, as what works for the spy kids doesn't work for the villain himself in his own childhood. Then there is the potty humor. The talking robot dog named Argonaut was a promising addition to this movie, but in the end he degrades his own potential with crude jokes. The kids and mom find clever ways to beat up the bad guys with filled barf bags and a dirty diaper. Honestly, I'm tired of these jokes that are showing up in most every family film these days. Moving on. What more disappointing than the misbehavior of the children and subtle gender attacks is the inept character of Mr. Wilson, the father. He's obsessed with success through his spy catcher TV show, and it blinds him to the needs of his family for most of the film. He is a pansy and practically effeminate. Consumed with appearing successful, he honestly doesn't act like a man or carry his leadership roles as husband and father. When the family all comes together at the end of the climax, his part is bizarre and unnecessary. In many ways, the film makes one question how dads add any value to the family unit. In the least, this father doesn't give any. Now it's time to thank our sponsor. American Vision is a biblical worldview ministry. They have some of the best resources for history, apologetics, eschatology, and worldview studies. Movieology fans like you are treated to 10% off all purchases at AmericanVision.com when you use the coupon code Hollywood during checkout. I recommend you check out Hollywood Worldviews and The Message Behind the Movie, both available at AmericanVision.com. I give Spy Kids all the time in the world 1.5 stars out of 5. The story is weak, with its strong points hinging on unimaginative imitation of the other Spy Kids films. The crude humor that is sprinkled throughout takes away everything from the film that it could have accomplished with some engaging, clean comedy. At the end of the day, Spy Kids 4 feels more like a forgettable direct-to-TV movie than a theatrical release. And I should mention that this thing, the Aromascope, is a sad gimmick that doesn't do what it says that it will. It just smells like Jessica Alba's perfume and rotten eggs, which weren't in the film in the first place. We would love it if you would add your own thoughts or insights about this movie in a comment. Remember to watch the show on the website, Movieology.tv, the source for worldview news, reviews, and discussion of all things film. You can also find us on iTunes, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and in your inbox for signing up for Movieology's free e-newsletter on the website. And I'm Joseph Darnell. Until next time, thank you for watching Movieology. That's about each new film that looks like this. We're excited about this change. I can't do it with a gumdrop. I would give this to you, but a kids' film with sad children like caricatures of adults doing dumb and confused things. These franchise. Find out right now on Movieology. You like the girl and the shark?
Yes. She's in water. She's in the water.
Is he a bad guy?
Yes, he is. He's not the bad guy. He's not.
The shark is a good shark?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Her mom with that comb and her dad.
Oh.
And she's going swimming.
You know more about Jaws than Daddy does.